Good evening, and welcome to another edition of the annual Brainerd Spirit Week Special. This is Melanie Candelori, along with the rest of the entire Brainerd News staff, which consists of Melissa Bernstein, Joanne Harris, Adam Arden, Elise Rabinowitz, Joe Malash, and Andy Katz.
Stop.
This year's Spirit Week theme deals with the 20th anniversary of Brainerd Junior School. That's right, 20 years ago, Brainerd opened its doors as a junior school. Some of you parents out there were students back in 1965, and now your children are here with us in 1985. Staging a production of this magnitude takes a great deal of planning, hard work, and cooperation on everybody's part to make it a success. Mr. Golden, our Director of Student Activities here at Brainerd, was the man in charge of coordinating this vast production. But he had some help, of course. Mr. Lee, who was in charge of 8th grade hall decorating, Mrs. Wander, who was in charge of 7th grade hall decorating, Mr. Murphy, who was responsible for all College Bowl segments, Mrs. Ferguson, who did the cake decorating, Mr. Capello, who was in charge of activities in the gym, Mrs. Baugh and Mrs. Shelley for the display case in the main lobby, Mrs. Lavallo, who did the 7th grade dance numbers and was the 7th grade mascot, Mr. Sabakin with the 8th grade dance numbers, Mr. Perifico, who did spontaneous mind benders, Mr. Woods, who was in the computer room, Mrs. Cutler with the spelling bee, Mrs. Paisner and Mrs. Sanders for the artwork in the lobby, Mr. Munyon, who hung all that artwork, secretaries who typed thousands of words on paper, and the custodians who cleaned up all that paper, parents who were judges, and the rest of the teachers who made sure students were where they had to be at the right time. Spirit Week is a competition between the 8th and 7th grades. Each grade is awarded a certain amount of points if they win and a lesser amount if they lose. The grade with the most amount of points at the end of the week wins Spirit Week. It's that simple. Everything you see is competitive. This year's 8th graders are going for their second win in a row. That's something that's never been done before here at Brainerd. So sit back, relax, and enjoy as we bring you Spirit Week 1985, an anniversary celebration. What better way to start a celebration than with a cake? This was a cake decorating contest held in the main lobby on the first day of competition. These students really put in a lot of effort to come up with a finished product that looks like this. Very appetizing and beautiful. And here are the judges making their difficult decisions. Mrs. Stoffman, Mrs. Nolan, and Mrs. Pajak.
We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Let's all celebrate and have a good time.
And here's the winning cake by 7th grader Julie Rosengard.
Wednesday, March 13th, the competition started off with whose hall was decorated the best. This was judged by parents. First, we go to the 8th grade hall. Mustangs were everywhere. Mrs. Ellis even brought in bales of hay from her farm to add a special touch. What you are looking at now are not just names pasted on hall lockers, but each name is that of a person who used to or still works here at Brainerd. It's like Memory Hall. Let's take a look. And here's the 7th grade hall. Seems like they had the same idea. Today was also sweatshirt day. Everyone was encouraged to wear a sweatshirt of any sort. You just saw our nurse and Mrs. Wander, and now here's Becky Greenstein in her favorite sweatshirt. Here's Mr. Callahan with our very own Joanne Harris, whom I'll turn it over to now.
Wednesday also featured 3 big classroom activities. First was Current Events College Bowl with Mr. Murphy. Let's listen in to what's going on.
Seoul is the capital of South Korea. Please spell Seoul. Coming from one person, okay?
S-O-E-I-L.
S-O-E-I-L is incorrect. S-E-O-U-L is what we're looking for. For 20. The presidential retreat, Camp David, is located in what state?
Transmitted more.
Yes, 8th grade 2.
West Virginia.
West Virginia is incorrect. 7th grade.
Okay.
California.
California is also incorrect. Maryland is the correct answer. In terms of questions, we're dealing with approximately...
We're going to move on now to Mr. Perfico's room for the ever-popular Spontaneous Mind Benders. Let's listen to Mr. P explain the rules to the 7th grade team.
Over here. Over here. Stand over here so you can sit. Over here. Now, it's an obstacle course for an 8. You like that? Okay, obstacle course. Now the object, and I'll tell you specifically what you have to do and how you can do it. The object is to get that egg around this course, down to that blue piece of paper without breaking it. Now, you're not allowed to touch the egg with any part of your body. You with me, Zara? The tools for your conquest, over here. Now, these are the tools that you may use. Each one of you may use only one set. And I'll give you time to decide who's going to use what, all right? There's an envelope, 1 toothpick. This is considered 1, 2 pencils, okay? Piece of paper, spoon, string, two straws, that's 1. A tissue, and this piece of tape, okay? Now, each one of you may use one of these to do this. Now, as you go through the course, come on back over here. You're going to start here. One of you will start here. You will also decide this when I give you the time, okay? One of you must take the egg without touching it using one of the implements out of this bowl. Get the egg from here to here, okay? The second person must then get the egg from here to here. The third person must then get the egg through this cylinder, out the other side, to here. The fourth person must transport the egg from here to here. It will then be transported to this table. The fifth person must get the egg without touching it once again and roll it down this plank. And the egg must roll down the plank, okay? The sixth person must then get the egg from here to the blue piece of paper, which is the finish line, without breaking. Second part of the course, and between 2 and 3, the egg broke. Time would stop, you'd get 20 points, okay? Now, should you get through the whole thing, let's say you get through 5 and your egg breaks, and the 8th grade gets through 5 and their egg breaks, then I will use the time to decide who is the winner, okay? Are there any questions you want to ask? All right, now, you have 1 minute to decide who's going to use what and in what order you're going to go.
This, by the way, was won by the 7th grade team. Here's how they did it.
Okay, yeah. Put it down. Use that tissue. Okay.
I'm getting it from that
Oh,
thing.
no. Okay.
I'm getting it from cylinders.
I got caught.
It's gonna get stuffy. It's not mine. Start going.
Time.
Can we start now?
When I say go, you are to start. Ready? Set. Go.
I'm still on this. In there.
Really intense, aren't they?
No. This pencil. Yeah, come with that. Uh-oh.
You can't. Come around here and grab this pencil.
Can I
Go
grab
to
it?
the other end.
Cool. Push it through. Is it coming? Yeah. Go. More come through? A little more. Where's it? I can't read. Grab that pencil. It's a pencil.
Grab it, man. Yo, Mike, get it the other end and pull it out.
Pull it out with the pencil.
I am. Don't break it. There. God, that's hard. It's not easy. Lift it up, pick it up, and put it on this pillow.
Roll it down. Catch it with this balloon. Catch it.
Time.
Yeah.
1 minute, 15 seconds.
What a scene.
However, you completed the course, so you got 60 points.
What a scene.
Very good.
Now on to Mrs. Cutler's room for the spelling bee competition.
Conscientious. You are conscientious people.
C-O-N-S-C-I-O.
All right, you gave up. Okay. Conscientious, Brett.
Conscientious. C-O-N-S-C-I-E-N-C-I-O-U-S.
Conscientious.
C-O-N-S-C-I-E-N-T-O-U-S.
Conscientious.
C-O-N-S-C-I-E-N-C.
Come on back.
Some of these words are really tough. Listen and you'll see what I mean.
Override against the 2 R's, babe.
Okay.
Mr. Roywood. Phobia.
P-H-O-B-I-A.
Philosopher.
P-H-I-L-O-S-O-P-H-E-R.
Raspberry. Or for fruit.
R-A-S-P.
Good. Reversible. She wore a jacket that was reversible.
Reversible. R-E-V-E-R-S-I-B-O-N.
Squadron.
Squadron. S-Q-U-A-D-R-O-N.
Tortilla. Mexican food is a tortilla.
T-O-R-T-I-L-L-A.
Wreckage.
Wreckage. W-R-E-C-K-A-G-E.
Vanilla.
Vanilla. V-A-N-I-L-L-A.
All right, we are going to words that many of them I don't even think you're going to know what they are. A few of them I had to go look up what they meant. Apothecary.
A-P-O-T-H-E-C-A-R-Y.
Good for you. Ambrosia. Food for the gods.
Ambrosia. A-M-B-R-O-S-I-A.
Blitzkrieg. A war conducted with great speed and force is a blitzkrieg.
Can you repeat that?
Blitzkrieg.
B-L-I-T-Z-C-R-I-E-G. R-E-A-G.
Blitzkrieg. Stay there, Michael. Blitzkrieg.
B-L-I-T-Z-C-R-E-E-G.
Blitzkrieg.
B-L-I-T-Z-K-R-E-I-G.
Incorrect. I-E-G. I-E-G. Yuval, next word. Endocrinology. Wait a minute. No, it's your turn.
We'll leave now with endocrinology. The spelling bee was won by the 8th graders, with Brett Waywood coming in first place. Now here's Joe Malash.
Thursday started out as a very colorful day. You see, it was color day. Students were judged as to what grade had the most color on. 8th grade was red and 7th grade was green. As you can see, red is very visible on TV as compared to green, but that didn't help the 8th graders because it was decided that more green was worn by the 7th graders than red was by the 8th graders. Here's what it looked like and sounded like. Yes, that's red hair that Meredith Prussell has. And a 7th grade intruder.
I'm a star now.
Here's the 7th grade hall. That, by the way, is the 7th grade mascot, the Green Frog. None other than Mrs. Lavallo. Oops, 2 7th grade intruders. Our own Joanne and Lee. They're in trouble. And into Mr. Winfield's room, full of enthusiastic 7th graders. Look at that hair. Yes, it's green. So is that. On our way to the Name That Tune competition, we came across a little scuffle in the hall. It seems that some 7th graders accidentally wandered in the 8th grade hall. Hope to make it out alive. Here's Elise.
7th grade 4. That is correct.
Here we are with Mr. Murphy and Mr. Golden's voice for Name That Tune. Sometimes just the title, sometimes just the artist, and sometimes both are needed to win points. Let's listen in.
7th grade 1.
Terrapin.
That's correct.
Correct.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
just the title.
Just the title. Yes, 8th grade 1.
Revolution.
Just the title is correct.
Boy, that was fast.
I would like to have Mr. Murphy both.
Both.
Both?
Both.
Both.
Both to a
Excuse me, 8th grade 3.
Van Halen jump.
Okay, I would like to have for this one
Here we are in computer competition. Very quiet in here compared to all the other activities going on in school. It has to be in order to concentrate. Nothing but the sound of keys being tapped on the computer. This competition was won by the 8th grade.
Make sure you put your name and what grade you're on, too, when you bring it up.
That was Mr. Woods you just heard, giving directions. Goodbye, Mr. Woods. The display case contest. The cake with the lollipops was decided today, Thursday, in case you lost track. It was a tie for first, but third place was won by a 7th grader, so they received the most points. These students that you see here are painting a sign which will be hung on the walls of the gymnasium later this afternoon, along with many other signs made by both 7th and 8th grade students for the very popular athletic competition portion of Spirit Week. Unfortunately, we will be unable to bring you that portion on our show tonight because of some very serious technical difficulties which we could not remedy. We apologize for this unfortunate circumstance, as we know how much you are all looking forward to it. The entire competition in the gymnasium was won by the 8th grade, 525 to 450. The rest of the day's events were also involved in that technical problem because they were on the same tape. But we did salvage the class dance portion of the Spirit Week, so we will go on to that segment of Spirit Week. Here, the students are on Friday afternoon preparing the gym lobby for the very popular clash dance. Mr. Munyon, Miss Sanders, and Mrs. Paisner, and many students put in many hours preparing these decorations, and they are to be commended for their hard work. Here's Adam.
The clash dance itself was actually the final portion of the Spirit Week competition. This also was counted in the competition. Whichever class, 7th or 8th grade, had the most students attend the dance received the most points. First place was worth 200 points, which, by the way, was won by the 8th grade. The theme of the dance, as you can see, is clash. Music was provided by a disc jockey who kept them moving all night. Now for you parents and students who never attended a junior high school dance, here's an education for you. Look and listen. Looks like we have Madonna here tonight, too.
And just keep in mind, as we volunteer, we can't win the contest. So keep that in mind. I only chose 2 people before two.
This is the disc jockey explaining to everyone that we are going to have a dance contest. Here it is. Not much room in there, but they'll manage. Looks like the Lone Ranger looking for Tano. I hope he finds him. There's a student dressed to look like Mr. Murphy. Here are the 5 finalists.
Let's hear the couple on the wall, please. Okay, everyone keep dancing. Couple number 2, please. Good wheel. Couple number 3, please. Couple number 4. And last but not least, couple number 5. Do you know the names of the 2 people who won? What are their names?
Becky and Melinda.
Becky and Melinda. Couple number 1.
And the winners, Becky Greenstein and Melinda Delgado. That's it, chaperones. Hold on to your kids. It's not over yet. This is a group of teachers who call themselves the Hushabies, made up of Mr. Perifico, Mr. Haynes, and Mr. Murphy. This group also performed in the competition for the 7th graders in the gym against a group of 8th grade teachers made up of Mr. Slobakian, Mr. Montgomery, and Mr. Chambers. And the Hushabies won that portion. Let's listen to them for a while. The name of the song, hint, look at Mr. P's shirt. Now to the cafeteria for some rest and recuperation, where refreshments were served. I had an opportunity to interview a few guests. Hi, how are you? You having a good time? How about you?
Fine.
This is Adam Meriton, live on location at the Brainerd Clash Dance. I have with me today one of the students that dressed typically for Clash Day. Hi, what's your name?
Nicole Ranieri.
Did you dress like this for school?
Yeah, I did.
Well, when you're waiting for your bus, how did the motorists react?
Well, a lot of people were surprised and they gave me second looks, but, you know.
And how would you describe Spirit Week in one word?
I think it was great.
Hi, what's your name?
Hal Corn.
And what do you think of Spirit Week? Describe it in one word.
Competitive.
Great.
Awesome.
It's pretty radical. Interesting.
No.
Decent. Fresh.
It was excellent.
Well, that's it for Spirit Week, and a great week it was. After it was all over, we had a new winner. A first in the history of all Spirit Weeks, a new record. The 8th grade won 1,889 to 1,711. So that means they won 2 years in a row. A first at Brainerd, which can only be matched but never broken. Congratulations, class of 1985. You're the best. Good night.
This is Channel B15, your Cherry Hill Public Schools television station.